What's going on, guys? Got a quick handheld video here. I want to talk about this article, Tim Tebow and Forbes with Madden 13. And real quick, as always, I'm going to ask you to take a moment, hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel. Of course, criticism in the comments section. And like Tim Tebow's brother might do after this video, follow me on Twitter. My username is ShutdownSafety. So the interesting thing to me, I think, is this article highlights the disconnect between, the sim heads, the sim community, NFL players, the developers, and just your average player. Because to me, his answer to this question sums up so much of the inaccuracies of Madden. It's really not funny. The question is, what are your thoughts on how far Madden NFL 13 has come? His response is, the great thing about Madden is that every year the game gets so much better and it's much more real. To me, I think we all know, there's really some fundamental problems with the realisticness in Madden. I find it really difficult to ascertain from genre to genre in terms of 11, 12, 13, 14, or 25, whatever they're going to call it, that the game gets better, because there's really not been a steady base that's been built upon. And then the second part of this is, if you love football and you're a football junkie, you're going to love Madden. And again, you don't have to think, if you love football and you're a football junkie, so to speak, I think you're actually going to totally hate Madden. Because, let's talk about one of the biggest aspects of football in terms of game planning, and that's being able to go back and look at game film, look at personnel, look at situation, down and distance, and build a game plan around defeating an opponent. In Madden, we don't even have the ability to do that. You can't watch games online, which is a little bit redundant. I know a lot of people call for it. Look at all the game footage that people upload online. And secondly, the only thing they've had like that would be the signal stealer attribute from a few years ago, where basically it showed you the play your opponent had, which was a little hokey, I'm sorry to say, and really kind of a burnt-out scouting report that you had to pay for last year, which I'm not even sure is still in the game. And when you talk about 2K and the VIP system that really showed in-depth tendencies, and even from passing to running, left, center, right, to me, that's what is missing in a game like Madden, and what I think that football junkie is going to want to see. Because right now, really what we have is a game that can be dominated by people who cheat and exploit defenses. Really, that's all there is to it. Now, the next statement, though, I find very intriguing. They make it so game-like with the speed of the game, with different quarterback play actions and boots and blitzes. It plays so much more like a real game does. To me, that's really what I would like to know your guys' opinion on. I think we've talked about in depth that, the game speed in Madden is severely crippling to the way it performs on the field. The animations are way too fast in and out. And I don't see an NFL game speed replicated in Madden. In fact, I see something that's a lot more fast in terms of what it transitions from animation, from running to defending, or from stride to cutting. So I really disagree with that statement. Now, as far as what he's talking about with quarterbacks, I don't understand this. I don't really notice a big difference in quarterback play actions from, let's say, Peyton Manning, who should be very good, to, say, Andrew Luck, who's had his first year in the league. There's no real way to look at them and say, well, this is why Peyton's is better and this is why Luck's isn't as good. It's all just, cruddy kind of slowed down animations. Now, with the boots and blitzes, again, I'm not sure what he's talking about. The quarterback bootlegs, I think, are really only affected by speed, and I've never seen a quarterback blitz or really accurately set up a protection package to prevent a blitz. So I'm not sure what he's talking about. I'd like to see, again, your guys' opinions on this. The last sentence, just to wrap this up, the players look like the real players. I think we can all agree that, the graphics department at EA is top-notch. The game does look beautiful. It just, some of the animations really take away from that. But for Tim Tebow to say that they play just like they do in real life, again, to me that's a little bit contradictory to what you can tell and see from playing this game on a repeated basis. There really is no difference between players at times. The attributes really don't have a way of showing through and creating a dynamic game system where you can tell the difference between an 82 quarterback and an 84 quarterback, or an 89 speed running back and a 94. You really don't have that way of differentiating between good, average, and poor players, to be honest with you. So I will leave a link in the description. I hope that you guys at least go read part of that article. There's a Russell Wilson one that I will touch base on later on in the week. I appreciate you guys taking time to check this out, and as always, I will be back in the week with more videos.